to all of my Libras out there. So please make sure to get my book on Amazon or BarnesandNoble.com. The link to that is in the description box below. So the cards that I come up with are the Hierophant, the Ten of Swords, Queen of Swords, okay? The King of Swords is for Libra, all right? The King of Swords, the Devil card, right, or the Devil. The Page of Cups, Seven of Cups, Knight of Swords, Ace of Swords, and last but not least, we have the Three of Cups. So, for Libras, a lot of sword cards, a lot of air. What I'm seeing here, right, is it seems to me as if some of you Libras need to have a much more grounded foundation, in who you are and what it is that you want and where you want to go. I'm seeing the Ten of Swords here. You're done with some sort of thought process, as you should be done, but what are you done with is what's important, right? So then you have the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords represents you may be a little bit too combative, okay? Whenever it is that I get the Queen of Swords, I think a person who is ready for battle, but is a rebel without a cause, okay? Just a little bit too ready, too interested in fighting, too ready to come back with something snappy or with the hands, right? And that can be bad because it means that you're too much of a loose cannon, right? Now, let's not forget Will Smith is a Libra. You know what I mean? So the situation with that is, so what you want to do is the King of Swords. What you really want to do is be a lot more patient. Because, see, you have the Queen of Swords and you have the King of Swords. So it really represents what kind of perspective do you really want to have this week? Do you want to have the perspective of the loose cannon, or do you want to have the perspective of a person who's much more measured in their approach and their ideas and a lot more organized? So the Devil represents, again, you're right there towards actually making a big step, but it's only your own fear that's stopping you. See, the thing with the Devil card is, I don't want to give too much away, but anyone seen the Baphomet, which is what this card is inspired off of, you can see that the Baphomet has the right hand up and the left hand down, pointing, and there's a as you can see, there's a reason for that. The reason represents that you want to use, right? This is why on the card the Devil is holding the torch. You want to use your common sense, your illumination, your gifts, what you already have, to start making the right decisions. That's what the torch represents. Illumination of the brain, learning new skills. Whenever it is that you learn something new, your brain lights up. I don't know if people knew that. If you looked at it up underneath a CAT scan, your brain would light up because it's quite literally enlightening, right? Now, the Page of Cups and the Seven of Cups represent here, or you can pretty much pay attention to what it is that you already have already, okay? And Seven of Cups, it could potentially lead to your own self-destruction. You don't want that. I'm sure you don't, right? You Libras appear to have a lot of common sense to me. I'm sure y'all don't want that. So the things that the Knight of Swords, right? The Knight of Swords, right? Represents how, so the best thing for you to do with that is to ultimately start organizing, like I said. Okay, so then you have the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords represents, and actually take the chance and stop trying to logisticize it and make everything logical. That's another trap that the enemy is trying, which is yourself, because you want everything now. People want everything now. And sometimes you need to learn to trust the process, especially if it's a big process. Rome isn't going to be built. Rome wasn't built in a day. So the Three of Cups represents one of the best things that you can do is to be what you are, air signs. Build relationships with people who are qualified to speak on what kind of project and the direction, excuse me, that you want to go to next. Let's clarify the Three of Cups. All right, let's clarify the Three of Cups. You have the Nine of Swords, the Knight of Cups, the Page of Cups, right? You too worried about things that don't really or shouldn't really matter, like where you're going to go or if things are going to work out. Yes, things are going to work out, but you have to know what you're doing first. You have to have a plan. The Knight of Cups, Page of Cups. The Knight of Cups, Page of Cups. Connect with people, like I said, who know what they're talking about and who are qualified. Right now, you're speaking to people who are on some BS, and you have a lot of knuckleheads around you. First things first, also, too, get rid of the knuckleheads that may be around you also. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe. Peace, y'all.